like to judge a single mom, okay? Because sometimes everybody has their own story, so you doesn't know what their experience, if they get pregnant and the guy cheat, or they're the one who cheat, or something like that, or they get any reason. There's a possible reason.
Okay, I want to say something on that. On the live streaming app that I'm on, with some of the friends that are following me on here, know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into depth with all this, but I notice on the app that some people really like these people, but they need money. They're poor. They have no choice. So they'll do whatever they could to get money. They could even manipulate you, thinking that they like you and think that you're handsome or that they love you or that you make them feel some sort of way. Some do, but most of them don't. They're just trying to reel you in. And then once you're in too long, you get to see how they really are. Because when I go on the live stream, they got a notification. See, I got a notification on my phone from a few girls on there. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. What's good, YouTube? We back again with another reaction video. The last time y'all saw me doing a reaction, I tried to do 4, but something came up with that. Instead of me doing 4, I did 3. But the 4th one, I made it into a YouTube short, so check that out. Also to my old videos that I deleted, that's no longer an upload, will be a YouTube short. So keep an eye out for that. And I know it's pretty dark, so bear with me. With my new lighting I got, we're going to change a lot of settings around here. I just got a new green screen that I haven't set up yet. Okay, so the first reaction we're going to do is titled, "Why Are There So Many Single Moms in the Philippines? Filipina Answer," by the Black Filipino TV. Let's check it out. Shall be interesting.
Not just a guy, do whatever it takes to find his love.
Peer pressure, oh, you need to have a boyfriend. This guy has a crush on you. So sometimes early pregnancy.
You gotta be a guy that accepts no red flags at all. Not even one.
Right. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Black Filipino TV. This here situation that a lot of you guys have bumped into. The reason why you bump into this, because some of you guys are coming, actually a lot of you are coming, and you're single, and you want to meet a beautiful lady, right? Beautiful Filipino. Now,
That's a dope ass shirt.
Heightened actually, recently. I'll tell you why. You guys are watching people like me, right? Over the course of, I'd say, 4 or 5 months, showing situations, showing the positives of getting with a Filipino, showing the organizational minds, right, these women have, and showing how it can be such a sweet thing, right? Now, the reason, of course, I had to show it is, of course, you guys already know what's being said. Now, this goes to this now. Now, this is a problem. I have to talk about the good and the bad, right? Now, what you guys may notice, you get out here, and you go, why are there so many single moms? Why so many single moms?
Right.
And you know, it's funny, I felt it because I went on the site, and you guys probably know the site. What is that site again, Kay? Single, separated? Huh? It's not flower, but you guys know the site. I'll find it later. But I was on the site, and it shows, I thought that site was actually very handy, because it shows, okay, single, separated. So you already know when it says separated, most likely single mom. The site name, by the way, is Blossoms. And on Blossoms, that's where you can see separated. But what happens is, I was on there, I seen a bunch of separated. And I know you guys go through that too when you're in the Philippines, right? You're out here, you give it a lady. Now, sometimes you may not know, because that kid is somewhere in the province, chilling with grandma, grandpa, so it won't get in your way. That's the only good thing, right? Is that you have that issue. It's a lot different than how it is in the States. Is it 100% right? No, it's not. But a lot of times you find Filipinos do that so they can have jobs, also so they can have relationships too. The reason why it's like that, the reason why so many even separated, right? Separated, and so many women with kids, the click factor, right? Filipina fall hard. They fall hard, and sometimes they fall flat on their face. So what happens is, and then also you have some too, they may be irresponsible. So they get with a guy, fall in love, and a lot of times a lot of guys that shoot and scoop. Shoot and scoop is a major factor in the Philippines. Some women get it from that young, right? They get hit with shoot and scoop. The guy shoot, run, sometimes to completely abandon the mother altogether. So of course, they do that, you're gonna have a slew of kids, especially if they love the guy. And then they do it again and again and again. Is it responsible? Oh no. It's definitely not responsible. But some guys may feel, hey, who am I to judge? I love this girl, I'm gonna stay with her. Then also you have situations where women are in a long marriage. And it's wild. Let me tell you why what's so wild about it is you'll find a Filipina that's 23 years old that was married for 5 years. And it happens sometimes, right? Or they may look like they're 23, but they're actually 30, right? They're married for like 8 years. And what happens is, married for 8 years, of course, you know, they're going to have kids, they're going to be separated. So you'll find that. So a lot of guys will say, wait a minute, so Jay, how do I get around that? You don't. You don't. Guy looking to be with something long term, you got to catch him. You got to get lucky pretty much. That's what it is. You got to get lucky because you're going to find a lot of women that were in relationships, or you can go to like dating events, things like that. But usually they have to be truthful. Because if you're someplace and a woman's being truthful with you, and then you find out it's not true, of course, leave right away. So you got to be a guy that accepts no red flags at all. Not even one. Because once you let that one thing go, then the next one comes, and the next lie comes, and you keep getting hit in the head, you took it to the cleaners about it. Still, there's guys, like my brother here, right, that found happiness. I found happiness. And there's plenty of other guys that are finding happiness while they're in the Philippines. So is it possible? Yes, very possible. Because of the colleague factor, you may bump into that situation. And that's the exact reason why there's so many single moms. And there's a lot of also women that are separated, right? Because of, you already know, the playboy factor that happens here. But unavoidable sometimes. Also, bumping into a single mom is unavoidable. So either you deal with it, or take it serious, or just wait. Or just wait. Is it going to be an easy road? Sometimes not. Sometimes not. That's why some guys go for the online dating. Some guys may go for dating events, right? Dating events women have found for them, and the women have to be honest because they're vetted, right? And if a woman's lying, of course they're disbarred from the event. They're disbarred like they're the president, right? So, yeah. Now, do I suggest going to dating sites? I'll bet my wife on a dating site, but do I suggest going to events? Somewhat. I suggest a guy do whatever it takes to find his love, right? And a lot of you guys are doing it. You're saying, you know what? I want to go out to the Philippines. I see these women are the pick of litter. But I suggest going through it, right? I suggest going through it and doing whatever it takes because sometimes it has to be like that, right? And if you want to find that love of your life, you can't find it here. You can find a woman loving, honest, that understands you here. So is it still worth dealing with? Yes, it's still worth trying. It is all over the world. But no, in the Philippines, the reason why, in the Philippines, kid, what I'm saying is the reason why there's a lot of single moms is because they want to get married, right? You'll find that Filipina will get with a guy and they won't take it much further. But is it changing? Yes, it is changing.
Or the guy cheats.
Yeah, or the guy cheats. But you have some situations where a woman, they give it a younger guy and the guy just wants to shoot and scoop, and that's it. It's okay. I want to bring you to the camera. Yes. Tell me how you feel about it. How about that?
First, well, I think because I cannot relate because I'm not a single mom, but I can relate a little bit because when we are young, my papa said, because some of our relatives is a single mom, like they wasn't able to get married, and then we see them growing up, and then papa said you need to, his request for us is to finish college and at least get married before we get pregnant. So we
Mm.
follow him. My second sister is married before having a baby. The one next to me get married before having a baby. So I think it also depends, because you cannot say it depends on the parents. There's a big factor for the parents, because if the parents, my father is very strict, guys. So there's maybe a factor for the parents, okay? But also the environment. When you go out from home, you go to school, peer pressure, oh, you need to have a boyfriend. This guy has a crush on you. So sometimes early pregnancy when you're only like 20s, 18, 90s, 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big factor. So I think it's also depends on the well-being, how they grow up. Because I grew up in a church, like I was born Adventist, so we go to church every Saturday. It's like,
You think that's the answer though?
I
Find a
think
woman
that,
that's a Christian woman, or
yeah, I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
If you wanna look for a woman that's not gonna have of course, I don't like to judge a single mom, okay? Because sometimes, um, you doesn't know their story. Everybody has their own story, so you doesn't know what their experience. If they get pregnant
Hmm.
and the guy cheat, or they're the one who cheat, or something like that, or they get any reason. There's a possible reason.
Okay, I want to say something on that. On the live streaming app that I'm on, with some of the friends that are following me on here, know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into depth with all this, but I will say that most of the single moms I know on the app that are in the Philippines right now are going through this. I've gotten crazy stories from them, and I've tested the waters with them. Some got 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 and 5 kids.
damn.
That's the most I've heard so far, is that they have 5 kids and that they need a provider. So most of them are very liberated. They're sweet, smart, and sexy. There's some good and bads about them. The ones that live in the US that are also from the US are brainwashed by the way society is right now. In the West, it's no joke. It don't matter if you come from outside the US into the US, it's over. You cannot change the way she moves, the way she talks, and she's gonna be combative, argumentative, and think that she's independent, but it won't last long. And then she needs a helpmate when she's ready. The person that's taking care of her own responsibilities as she could for her own self. She don't care about you. She just cares about what you have in your wallet. She's always gonna look out for herself or her kids. They're always number one, and you're a number two. You gotta be number one. If you're married to this woman, if you impregnated that woman, you're number one, man. You're the breadwinner. You're the man of the household. You're the leader. You're the protector. But I notice on the app that some people really like these people, but they need money. They're poor. They have no choice. So they'll do whatever they could to get money. They could even manipulate you, thinking that they like you and think that you're handsome or that they love you or that you make them feel some sort of way. Some do, but most of them don't. They're just trying to reel you in. And then once you're in too long, you get to see how they really are. And then they'll apologize later, but that doesn't change the fact that they're damaged goods. And yes, maybe it's different outside the US where the man's cheating more than in the US. The US is the opposite. Women is doing what men are doing outside overseas. So if I go overseas and meet a woman, I'm gonna let my intentions clear what I want. If she's a quality woman, I want to settle down with her. If she's a projected woman, I just want a one night stand with her, because no man should want to deal with a female that has a lot of baggage. I'm sorry, not sorry. So, am I the only one to say that? Because I know there's other men, a few men out there that could agree with me, and some that don't. I don't care. That's how I feel about this. Let's see what else is gonna be said, because the video's a little long.
But I think for the guys looking for a woman, if you're looking for a single woman, then I think you start finding a girl that is a Christian girl, not like
Mm.
a Christian girl, but a Christian girl. doesn't matter what denomination it is. Seventh-day Adventist.
They got a brother up
In
in
our
there.
religion, we
Okay.
really like follow, like you need to, most of us, because I cannot say other, most of us really follow that you need to get married before you get pregnant. We follow that principle. So what I'm
Mm.
trying to say is, if you're single and you're looking for a single woman, try to go to somewhere like not a bar, but to go somewhere like find someone that's
In a church.
in a church, or you can meet them even outside. But when you search traditional value, it's not only like you wear like over like clothes clothing. It's also traditional value with the family. So I think there's still traditional women in the Philippines, because when you search in Google what's traditional, it's like family oriented, like it's not like you need to wear like Maria Clara and cover your body with, that's, I know that's traditional, but traditional in a modern way, that anyway, but the attitude is still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
modern traditional. There is still, but the only sad thing is I noticed like there's a lot of kids right now. Like it's really, our generation is different from the generation of the kids right now. But I can't judge them. But I'm trying to say is some kid is really hard headed. But it depends still. It still depends on the family, the way they're being built up. Like if you have a good, um, you came from a good family, like not a good, you have parents that really concerned to you, take care of you, bring you to church, and you follow the same value. Of course, there's gonna be tradition. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but I do
Mm.
believe in the Philippines there's a traditional woman or traditional man in the Philippines. So it's still the same, but it's not the same like before.
I woke
Now
up quick
kid
one.
is like cell phone, cell phone, cell phone,
Yeah, yeah.
games, games, games.
Calling the camera to my lady.
Cell phone,
Cell
cell
phone,
phone.
cell phone,
But
cell
the good
phone,
thing
yeah,
about
yeah.
JJ, when you tell him, he listen to his
Yeah, he
dad.
does, he does.
So he listen. He still follow this. Like I respect my parents. He has that
Follows
attitude.
old ways.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not like,
okay.
oh no, I'm not gonna do that. He still, he has a respect to his dad, so he follow his dad.
His mom, too.
Yeah,
Even
his
back home,
mom.
yeah.
Yeah.
She still believes in respecting her man.
Yeah.
She believes in raising her kid the right way. She believes in doing certain things, kind of like a modern traditional, right?
I've always questioned Jay. I watched some of his videos. He says he's from New York, and he met her on an online dating app. They got married and they got a kid that they just showed. But Jay, I'm curious. Are you part Pinoy or Filipino? If you ever watched this reaction video, because I got a few family friends that are half black and Filipino, and one of my friends is half Filipino and white, and they consider themselves Filipino than white. But if it's a person that's mixed with black and Filipino, they're gonna call themselves a Blasian king, or even for the woman, a Blasian queen. You feel me? The Filipino culture is growing here, even in my state here in Washington. So, if any of you ladies or fellows that are in the Philippines watching me right now that are trying to come into the U.S. in my state, y'all are welcome to be here. The good part about it is that you can make a living working at a job that pays good, getting your education, but everything's getting really expensive nowadays. So, who am I to judge or who am I to tell? But hey, whatever you think is best for you, if you want to change your life around and move to a different country or state, so be it. Because most of the Filipinos I'm talking to, when I go on their live streams, they talk about they want to start a new beginning because it's hard for them to make earnings or, working at a job that pays their bills. Because when I go on the live stream, they got a notification. See, I got a notification on my phone from a few girls on there. The ones that seem greedy, where they're like, I need your help, or I need to pay my water bill, I need to pay my electricity bill, I need to pay my phone bill, I need to buy some food for me and my kids. Who wants to hear that? Those are the ones I have to avoid. They help me sometimes and I help them back. I have a heart too, but I'm not a fucking ATM machine. You shouldn't put no man in a position to do that, and I don't have to. I've gone away with it. Sometimes I don't even tell them I'll do it because they'll rely on me. Because there's other people that are sending them transactions through the app or through another app. They'll do whatever, even if it's something illegal. That's how bad it is. But don't get me wrong, there are some of them on there that don't go down like that. There's a lot of girls on there that are giving out their talents, doing some karaoke, singing, some Zumba dancing, just opening up and engaging with their viewers and people that are actually their friends or gifters or helpers. The reason why I got on that app in the first place was during the pandemic when I had COVID. But that's a whole different subject for a different video. I did a story time about it back in 2020 and 2021. One second. And another thing, I have a few coworkers that are from the Philippines, and some of them tell me stories about how it is back home for them. And some are trying to introduce me and hook me up with one of their relatives that are single. Because I told them I'm single, but they were saying that they own a business in Manila or in Cebu, and that their niece or their daughter. My fault, I had to skip a few parts because I had a phone call and someone knocked on my door. I hardly have time to do videos when it's peace and quiet. It's just not easy to do it. But anyways, back to the topic I was saying. So yeah, a few coworkers, they're trying to hook me up with their relatives, their niece or their daughter, because I told them I was single. And the only problem is that they have a business that's not enough income for them, and that they're trying to get married or have a long-term partner. And in order for them to get citizenship in the U.S. is that I have to marry them. And I said, I'm not ready for that commitment right now. I'm focused on myself. I'm trying to motivate myself, work on my health, get my chicken bag up. This is the say I like to say for myself. I'm a solo guy living the solo life out here. You feel me? All right, let's get back to the video.
Even some situations where some women may not have a baby, may not have a baby till they get married to have a baby. But they still believe in, taking care of the man, and they believe in the old order of things somewhat, right? That's like kind of the modern tradition. So what Kay's saying is the new modern tradition is the new modern tradition. It's true, I see it. I see the new modern tradition, and that's what guys can look forward to, is that modern tradition. But it's not the same as the old school. But you know what I think? I feel that guys will still be happy even with that. Thanks for watching. And I just want to touch on this because I know a lot of guys think that, and a lot of guys ask, hey, Jay, what's going on? Why are there so many single moms? But, yeah, guys, it's still something you can get over if you want to deal with it. I wouldn't suggest it, but some guys may, and you can still make it happen.
Right, that's true.
Fall in love already.
Exactly. If you fall in love, I don't say don't leave the woman. What would you leave? Oh, I can't be with you because Jay said he can't be with you. That's stupid.
But if you're single and you looking, there's a lot of single lady in the Philippines. You just need to be patient. You need to communicate. The good lady will not gonna approach you and talk to you. You'll be the one to do something and say hello, because that's the good lady. So I was saying single guy, try to find a single lady.
So yeah, guys. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna make Kay on more videos. Kay's gonna probably be on half of my next upcoming videos, because we're gonna pick her brain. The brain of the Filipinas. So, thanks for watching, guys. See you next video.
I hope I look good in there.
Thank you for watching this video.
The closing part of the video. Interesting to know about this. It gives me a little intake and a little research and more answers to why there's so many single parents in the Philippines, especially the women. Alright, y'all, that's it for this video. Let's get right into the second video. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace for now.